97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Hi, my name is Kada and you're watching Citi Scape on Citi TV. And if you start watching it today, you can watch it forever. So today on Citi Scape, we're talking about exes. Is it okay for your friends to date your ex? And of course, I'm here with the one and only, the super lovely
Pioko Sarah Mashong,
who does her own intros. So first things first, what words can I use to describe this? Are you okay with sharing, with the saying, sharing is caring?
Oh, of course. I share my food, I share my candy, I share my drinks, I share my home if I have to.
You just share your man.
I don't share my man. No, I don't share my man.
That's exactly what I was about to jump into. So how do you feel about friends dating your exes?
It's a tough one because I think that different relationships end differently. Sometimes you're not happy and so you walk away. The guy or the girl you're with walks away. Sometimes it ends really badly. Sometimes you come to a civil conclusion and you part ways. So I think it depends. Typically, I wouldn't date my friend's ex just because even if things ended amicably, let's put it that way, in quotes, if things ended amicably, there's still certain moments that they might have shared. And I feel like bringing that person back into my friend's space is a bit disrespectful. That's me though. Then again, you can't really help who you like or love. It's not in your control.
See, I don't need to cut you on this bit. Personally, like you said, this is a personal thing. I would never date my friend's ex, number one. Number two, in an ideal world, I wouldn't want my friends to date my exes. Only, like you said, you're bringing that person back into my circle. And it's not just my circle, it's our circle.
Our personal space.
Exactly, we have mutual friends. We all hang out together. So I have to see this ex-boyfriend all the time. As long as you're there, that boy is there.
Right.
And it would be unfair of me to say, okay, if we're doing something, you can come, but don't bring him. That would make it seem like I'm like a bit bitter, or I'm giving her like a bit of a side eye kind of thing, which that's not the case. But as we're saying, sorry.
Yes, but like I was saying, you can't help who you like, you can't help who you love. So your friend might genuinely fall in love with your ex, and your ex genuinely fall in love with your friend. And really, who are you to say, okay, because I dated this person and I'll be uncomfortable having him or her around all the time, I don't want my friend being with that person? That would be unfair. So
but it's like, first of all, where are you people that you're falling in love? Do you know what I mean? Like personally, my friends, ex-boyfriends, etc., I've not been in any position where I'm hanging out with that person or with those people or anything of that sort. It's almost like once that relationship is over, whatever relationship we had is over in my opinion.
Imagine your friend met this ex in your home. So she knew the person and they became friends as well. There's situations like that. I'm sure you're very good friends with some of your friends' boyfriends and husbands and whatnot. It happens. There's social media, there's a workspace. Maybe we work in the same industry, we run into each other all the time. You can't control where people meet people. It's not limited to you and your home and your friends.
Around you, okay?
Please.
So if I see the guy, I'd be like, no.
So you selfish little girl. No, but putting that aside, I do think that if you do end up in that situation, there are certain things, certain boundaries, let me call them, that you should respect. Number one, don't gossip. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So I'm dating your ex, okay? And then I come to you and I'm trying to get information from you so that I can go back to and say, oh, and could I said this, ha 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 ha. I don't think that you'd be comfortable with me telling your ex everything that goes on in your life.
But then see, this is what happens. It's a very difficult thing to control, only in the sense that once you're with somebody and you share a part of your life with that person, so be it a friend, be it your friend's ex-boyfriend who is now your boyfriend, once you share some type of space together all the time, these two sets of people will be together all the time, you are going to sort of let something slip or talk about it. You don't want to feel like you're in a cage.
So that's why we also have to be careful with the decisions we make. Fine. Look, I always say love is not enough. It's one of my mottos. You might love somebody, Charlie, but if you're the person who likes comfort, your love language is nice gifts, and your boyfriend can't afford that for you, then chances are down the line you're not going to be too happy. So I think we need to be careful about the choices we make, and
So
then
make
know
a
how to deal with the consequences. Yes.
Decision to say, okay,
Are
I'm
you
going
going
to
to be
date
able-
your ex.
Exactly.
But in dating your ex, I can't come and ask you about him. I can't tell you anything about
Precisely
him.
so.
I can't tell you what we're doing. I can't anything of that sort.
Especially if that friend, so Kuda, you're my friend. If you mean that much to me, I'll want to do everything in my power to try to protect our relationship. Somebody might say, oh, babe, I'm not going to marry Kuda. Fair enough. But I might need you when I need a shoulder to cry on.
Very true.
We share other experiences. We might have to have other conversations. And I don't think I would want to jeopardize our relationship because of quote unquote a man. You understand? Regardless of how much I love him, how much I need him in my life. Another thing I would say we need to pay attention to is don't trash talk. Let me put it that way. So you're having problems with your now boyfriend, and you go and I come to you, Kuda, so Kuda, your ex. Let me use that example again because it's easier for everyone to understand. So I now come to, but you, how did you put up with this guy? He's so annoying. Okay, so assuming I'm spending weekends at his house every now and then, he doesn't put the toilet seat down. I can't stand it. Like, I'm telling you all these things. And do you know that he's involved in X, Y, Z, and he's moving with this person? It's not necessarily information that he would want you to know. And on the flip side,
You telling
so
me?
Sweetie, do you know that Kuda is dating some guy? I can't stand the guy. It's really none of his business.
And you telling me that sort of thing, I'd probably be looking at you like,
What are you doing? What are you trying to do?
you chose this.
Right. Another thing, respect boundaries and do not make assumptions. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So, yes, Kuda, we've already established I'm with your ex. He's the love of my life all of a sudden. And we like to go everywhere together. But of course, you're my very good friend. And that would put you in an awkward position. Or so I assume. It might not be that way. So without asking you the questions, I say, I have this dinner to go to. I'm going with Mr. Y. But I'm not going to take Kuda along because she'll feel some way. And then you get hurt because Pyoko used to go everywhere with me, and all of a sudden, because she's with this guy, she doesn't take me anywhere. She doesn't invite me anywhere. And then I'm breaking up our relationship without even realizing it, just because I didn't bother to ask you.
Right.
On the flip side, if I do say, oh, Kuda, I'm going out to dinner with Mr. X. Would you like to come along? And you say, oh, I'm not interested. I have other things to do this weekend.
Then that's okay.
It might be because you're uncomfortable or you would be uncomfortable around him, but it might also just be because you're tired and you want to rest for the weekend, or you don't like the place we're going to, and that's okay. It's not up to me, the person who is dating the ex, to decide. It's not my decision to make, and you should also respect those boundaries of your friend.
And this is then what shocks me about guys. Guys are totally fine with it. I've asked a few guys this morning alone, and they've all said, what's the
They
issue?
typically don't care.
They don't care about anything.
They typically do not care.
It's like, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, you can have it. If you want to dye it blue, that's perfectly fine.
And they'll see the person, and this is a lot of guys see their exes like, hey, oh, give her a hug, give her pecks in the cheek. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you?
What's going on? And with that, as Apioko said, you need to be transparent, firstly, and some relationships are off limits. Some certain people that have done funny things to your friend, I think you should leave that alone. But ultimately, you can't help who you fall in love with. So you guys, let us know what you think. Would you be able to let your friend date your ex? And I'm not really speaking to the guys, because the guys probably say, I don't care. It's whatever. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Somebody else can dye it blue. Totally be fine with that. So we hope to see you guys next time. You can definitely follow us at Citi Showbiz, or like I said, just leave comments below and let us know what you guys think. See you next time.